toe. Have you ever wondered if sunlight can really power your entire home? Well, in under 5 minutes, we're going to break down exactly how solar power works, what equipment you'll need, and share some simple tips to make sure you don't get burned by a bad installation. When we talk about solar for homes, we're usually referring to photovoltaic panels. Each panel is made up of a grid of silicon cells. When photons from sunlight strike these cells, they knock electrons loose, creating a flow of electricity. This is called direct current, or DC. Most modern panels can convert about 20% of the sunlight that hits them into usable electricity. The rest just becomes heat. Remember, it's more light that creates more power, not more heat. A typical rooftop system has a few key components. First, you have the panels, which create that DC electricity. Second, you need an inverter. This is the brain of the system, and its job is to convert the DC power from the panels into alternating current, or AC, which is what your home appliances use. Inverters can be a single-string unit for all your panels, or you can have microinverters attached to each individual panel. Microinverters are a bit more expensive, but they're great because if one panel is in the shade, it won't affect the performance of the others. Third, you've got all the safety gear like isolators and fuses, plus a monitoring system, usually an app, that lets you see your power production in real time. And, as an option, you can add a battery to store any extra energy for later use. So, how does your system connect to the outside world? There are 3 main setups. A grid-tied system uses the main power grid like a giant virtual battery, sends your excess power to the grid during the day and pull power back from it at night. A hybrid system adds a physical battery to your home, which lets you store your own excess energy to use in the evenings or during a blackout. And an off-grid system means you're completely disconnected from the grid, relying entirely on large batteries and very careful energy management. SPE. For most homeowners, a grid-tied or hybrid system is the perfect balance. Now, what really impacts your solar output? It's all about sunlight, not temperature. Your panels will still work on cloudy days. They'll just produce less power. The direction your panels face is also important. Here in Australia, a north-facing roof will generally give you the best overall performance throughout the year. An east-facing roof is great for morning power, while a west-facing one is better for the late afternoon. And while the tilt of your panels matters, your existing roof pitch is usually good enough. The biggest enemy of solar power is shade. Watch out for shadows from chimneys, trees, or even vents. Keeping your panels clean is also a good idea. But don't worry about polishing them. A good rain shower usually takes care of most of the dust. Let's do a quick reality check on cost, prices, government incentives, and what you get paid for exporting power change all the time and vary by location. So be wary of any one-size-fits-all promises. A quality system should always come with solid warranties. We're talking at least 10 years on the inverter and 20 to 25 years of performance guaranteed for the panels. You should also get a clear performance estimate that's based on your specific roof, any shade issues, and your family's energy usage. Here are 3 quick tips for when you're ready to buy. 1. Always choose an accredited installer. In Australia, look for the Clean Energy Council accreditation badge. 2. Compare the overall design, not just the system size in kilowatts. Ask installers how they plan to handle any shade and where the inverter will be located. 3. Make sure monitoring is set up from day one. If your system's output ever drops, you'll be able to spot the problem right away. Finally, let's bust a few common myths. Solar doesn't work in winter. That's false. It just produces less power because the days are shorter. Panels need heat to work. Actually, it's the opposite. Cooler panels are slightly more efficient. You have to get a battery. Nope. Batteries are completely optional and depend on your specific needs and goals. And that's solar power, explained in under 5 minutes. What topic should we tackle next? Heat pumps, wind power, or a deep dive into home batteries? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, please tap that like button, subscribe for more, and share it with a friend who's curious about going solar. Thanks for watching.